We have another 1 hour Vinyasa flow. My name is Lisa. Grab any props that you'd like, a block, a pillow, a blanket, and let's begin. For today's class, you can start upright seated or laying down on your mat. We'll be going to a lying position in a few moments for our first poses, so feel free to start either upright seated for some pranayama or laying down. So what I'd like for you to do is just begin to close your eyes, settle into a comfortable position, and begin to breathe in and out through your nose. Deepen the breath, let it expand out. Feel the ribs contract and the belly pull in as you exhale. And just take a couple of cleansing breaths here. Filling the lungs deeper each and every time you take an inhale. Our breath technique, or our pranayama today, is going to be square breathing, also called box breathing. This is where our inhale, our pause, our exhale, and our next pause are all for the same length. We're going to do this for a 4 count. I will count you through this. We'll do 3 rounds. So, when you're ready, with your mouth closed, begin your inhale now. 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4. Return to just the natural breath. Notice if you were to do that on your own, if you would have preferred a longer count, maybe count of 5, or a shorter count. If ever you do this on your own, feel free to adjust the count, but with square or box breathing, it's about keeping all sides of the breath the same length. The reason we do this is helps kind of focus in on your breath where you're starting to control and regulate the breath. It's also a way to focus into the body, to kind of leave the thoughts of the mind aside, and we're directing our thoughts into our breath. Okay, so as I said, we're going to be moving into a lying position. So if you're not already there, go ahead and lay down. Inhale your arms up above and behind your head and lengthen the legs. Find some extra space in the body. And then on your next exhale, draw your arms down, hug your knees into your chest. Bring your nose up towards your knees. This is Apanasana. Draw the shoulders down and away. And now, let's just do a little bit of alternating knee bent, leg straight. You're floating the straight leg off the mat, just letting it hover, warming up a little bit. And now bring the knees back in. Rock a little bit side to side. We're going to start with the spinal twist. You can either do this with both knees hugged into your chest, or left leg straight, right knee is drawn into your chest. As you exhale, roll to your left side. And then you'll open up the right arm, palm is turned up. And turn your head to the right. Let's warm up our necks as we're in this twist simply by inhaling and turning your head to the left. Exhaling, turning your head to the right. One more time. Inhale to the left. Exhale, head goes to your right. Let the head stay here. Keep your breath moving. Try and let go of any tightness or tension around the midsection and just soften. Your head will now come back to center. Roll onto your back. Once again, either stay still or rock a little side to side to release the spinal muscles, the vertebrae also. And then choose both knees together, or this time right leg is straight on the mat, left knee is drawn in. You'll inhale, and then as you exhale, roll to your right side. Open up the left arm, palms up, and turn your head to the left. Inhale, turning your head to the right. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the right. Exhale to your left. Let the head stay here. Bring your head back to center. Roll onto your back. Knees are drawn in once again. Maybe rolling or rocking side to side. And then from here, bringing the feet back down to the mat. And the knees are bent. So we're going to work into a little bit of core work here for the abdominals. I'm going to scoot down just a little bit so I don't hit my couch. We're going to start by raising our legs up towards the sky. Don't worry about having straight legs. If you're feeling tight at all, a little bend in the knees is just fine. All right, then we're going to reach our arms up. Our palms are facing towards each other. Our hands are about shoulder distance apart. And I want you to try to avoid overreaching. Try and plug the backs of your shoulders into the mat. As you're here, engage your belly. So draw the lower belly in and up. And we're going to release the right leg down and the left arm. My right leg, though, hovers above the mat. Draw the right leg and the left arm back. Now we take the right arm back and the left leg, hovering both the arm and the leg. Once again, take a breath or so, or a couple seconds as you're in this lengthened position, and then draw back up and in. Take notice of your stomach. If you've let that firmness go, try to re-engage. One more on each side. And now draw in. Rock a little side to side if it feels good. We're going to do a little, one more round, but we're going to make it a little bit more intense. So let's set up the same way. Legs go up, arms go up. Pull the shoulders, the backs of the shoulders down. Engage the belly. Your gaze is going to stay going up towards the sky, or maybe up towards the toes. Try and keep your chin pulled away from your chest. You're lifting your head and shoulders off the mat. Now, same thing. Right leg, left arm. You'll notice you're engaging a little bit more of the upper part of your abdominal muscles. Breathing. Keeping the belly firm. One more for each side. And relax, release down, rock a little side to side. From here, you'll roll onto your side, make your way up, onto all fours into table pose. Slightly bend the elbows back. Relax and release the belly. Let the tailbone start to curve upwards. Draw the shoulders away from your neck. Think about opening the heart. From here, inhale, extending, scooping forward and up, taking the chin and the gaze and the tailbone up even higher. Exhale, round, chin to your chest. Belly pulls up and in. Inhale, forward and up. This is your cow. Exhale, round to your cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Move back into your table. Place your right hand in the middle of your mat, directly beneath your face. Then line up the right knee with the right hand. Open up to your left side. The left leg goes straight. Try to get the hand and the knee and the foot all in the same alignment. Tuck your bottom in to open up the front of the body. And then you're taking your left arm upwards. Palm is pointed out away from you. Go ahead. As you exhale, scoop that hand down by the hip. Inhale it forward and up. Opening up for the shoulder joint on this left side. Exhale down. Inhale up. One more time. Exhale down. Inhale up. Turn the palm towards your head and now lengthen and reach out straight beyond the head. Feel a big pull all along the left side of the body. Try not to let that hand or the arm go in front of your face. Keep the arm in line with your ear. Swing the arm down and you're moving back into your table. From here, left hand goes underneath the face. Left knee goes in line with the left hand. Open up to your right side, right leg goes straight. We're stacking the hand beneath that left shoulder. Draw your bottom in, firm up the belly. Your right arm, palm is facing away from you, raises up to the sky. As you next exhale, glide that right arm down, and then forward as you inhale, raising it back up again. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Turn the palm towards your head. Lengthen and reach out beyond your head, finding more space along the right side of your body. Are you still breathing? Take the right arm down, and from here, you'll come back to a seated position. Extend your legs straight out in front of you. We're going to set up into reverse table. So we're going to be doing more core work. As we just did the front, the abdominals, now we'll be doing more of the lower back, the glutes, our butt muscles around the hips. So we're going to start by moving into reverse table. Your hands just slightly behind you. Your fingertips are pointed in the direction of your feet. Bend your knees. Go ahead, lift up into a reverse table. So as you're here, your hands are beneath the shoulders. Try not to shrug. We want to find length. And you're keeping the knees going straight forward. Lift the hips up. The gaze can go forward or it can go up to the sky, whichever you prefer, and breathe. So keep the firmness in your hips and butt. Slowly lower down. Shake it out. We're going to move into a deeper opener for strengthening the back of the body. It's called Parsvattanasana. It's a bigger pose, and it looks really easy to do when you see someone set up in it, but when you try it yourself, you'll notice it takes a lot more effort than it looks like. So we're replacing our hands again. Open the chest, draw the shoulders down and back. You can start by rising into reverse table again. And then from here, you're going to extend your legs out straight. Heels will be on the mat, and you'll point your toes. Once you do this, you'll notice your hips are going to want to lower again. This is where you really engage the back of the body. Lift the hips up. Breathe. Draw the shoulders away from your neck. And now slowly lower down. Take a moment, shake everything out. Roll the wrists. Okay, from here, let's just move into a brief child's pose. Kind of release the back of the body and to give more release for the wrists if you need it. Forehead comes to the mat. If you have any injuries, say with the knees or the low back, you can use a pillow or a bolster. Place that behind the knees, and it keeps your bottom kind of supported, raised up, and it puts less pressure on the knee joint. From your child's pose. Start to rise up and place your hands more towards the top of your mat. We're going to move into down dog. So curl under the toes and pedal away with the feet, raising the tailbone up. The head releases down. Shoulders pull once again back. Feel the shoulder blades kind of move more into your back and flatten. Raise the right leg up, roll the ankle around, bend the right knee, lean that right foot over to your left side. Right foot comes down. Inhale the left leg up. Roll the ankle, bend the knee, lean the left foot over to your right side. Left foot lowers down. As you take in a breath, move into a plank. Feet are hip distance apart. Shoulders over the wrist. Gaze is at the top of your mat. Roll onto your toes. Exhale down. Chaturanga. Elbows stay drawn in. Point the toes. Inhale to an easy cobra. Exhale, release down. On your next inhale, rise up a little higher maybe. Exhale down. On this one, inhale to an even higher cobra, or scoot yourself forward with your toes. Maybe rise onto seal pose. My thighs are on the mat. My shoulders are drawn down and back. Arms are straighter. Try not to overextend or lock out the elbow joint. Just a slight micro bend. If this is uncomfortable, stay in your cobra, Bhujangasana. If you want to go further, you can engage the thighs and you're in upward facing dog. Thighs are lifted off the mat. From whichever position you're in, you curl under the toes, push back to your down dog.
another nice big breath in your down dog. Through the nose, holding your breath at the top. Open your mouth, exhale out. Find a little bit more opening in your dog to take the tailbone higher, the back flatter. Then on your next exhale, you're slowly walking your feet forward to your hands into Uttanasana, forward fold. Any bend in the knees is fine. Just keep the kneecaps tracking straight forward. If they turn inwards towards each other, slightly lift the arches of your feet. Now, I'll show you if you want to take a look at my kneecaps. My kneecaps are aiming in towards each other. By simply lifting the arches of my feet, I'm directing them a little more outward, so they're in line with my second and third toes. My kneecaps and my toes are in the same direction. If hands don't easily come to the ground, you can rest them on a block, or just bend the elbows, let your head hang between your arms. And as you're here, start to shift your body weight a little bit more forward into the front of the feet. Draw the belly in. Rise up to Ardha Uttanasana. Bent knee or straight leg, either one's fine. Try not to roll your weight back into the hips and the heels. We want to find our extension and our energy moving forward. Your gaze goes back down to the mat to find length in the neck along with the spine. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise up one vertebra at a time, bending your knees. When your head comes up, reach up with your arms, hands come together, and then exhale your hands in at your heart in Namaste. Here we go. Let's start our flow. Inhale up. We're doing Sun Salutation A. Nice and slow, this first one. Exhale, forward fold down. Swan dive down, leading with the heart. Then fold in. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Back is flat. Exhale down. Inhale, step into your plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. No, you can always do a knee Chaturanga. Try to keep your bottom tucked in though, if you do that. Inhale, Cobra, up dog or seal. Exhale, down dog. Draw in another breath, rise onto your toes, bend your knees. Look between your hands. As you finish your exhale, lightly float the feet between your hands to Uttanasana. Or you can walk them there. Weight is shifted forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale down. Inhale, rise and reach up. Exhale, Namaste. All right, here we go. Let your breath be your guide. So in other words, if you find you need a little bit more time in a pose for the breath to follow your breath, or if you need to move a little faster, let your breath be your guide rather than my voice. We'll always take a moment in our down dogs. So I'll start this side. We're going to add on. So inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, down. Inhale, step back to your plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Chest is open, gaze is at the top of your mat. Inhale, seal, Cobra, up dog, your choice. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, the right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Big step through the top of your mat. Release the left heel down. You're going for right heel to about middle of left arch alignment. Left toes are coming forward.
Inhale, warrior one. Sinking into the right knee. Kneecap is aiming straight forward and starting to push more energy down the outside of that left leg and into the outside edge of that left foot. Arms are drawn back. And breathe. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, step back into your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, draw it through to the top of your mat. Right heel goes down. Right toes are coming forward about 20 degrees. Inhale, warrior one on this side. Take a moment to slowly sink into the left knee. And then transfer more weight into the outside edge of the right foot. Arms, maybe you can draw them back a touch more. On your next exhale, come back down. Make your way back into your plank. Once you're set up firmly in your plank, you'll exhale chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take another breath in and out, finding a little bit more kind of space to stretch out the back of the body. Then on your next exhale, lightly hop or walk your feet to Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, namaste. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold down. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, down. Step back to plank, or if you want, you can do a jump back to chaturanga. Inhaling, and then exhaling to your down dog. On your next inhale, raise the right leg up. Exhale, step it through to the top of your mat. Once again, inhale, warrior one. Transfer into a warrior two. Take a moment, get both arms at the same level. If you have an injury, wherever that is, hand can rest on the waist. Belly is slightly firm. Check the right knee. The right knee should still be open. Release the shoulders down, opening across the arms in the front of the chest. Then let your gaze extend out beyond the right fingertips. Turn the right palm up. Reverse your warrior. Flow back to your warrior two. And then from here, you'll swing your left arm down. Forward when the arms are at the same level, reach them back up and you're in your warrior one. Hands come down. Step back into your runner's lunge, your plank, and then when you're ready, you'll exhale chaturanga. Inhale to your position of choice that you prefer.
Exhale, down dog.
All right, so I'm going to change sides. I'm going to give you the opportunity here to go and flip your dog, or reverse dog is also called.
You're going to, from your down dog, place your body weight into your right hand and your right foot. Start to lift up the left leg, and you're just taking your belly up to the sky. Left arm goes back and gaze goes back with the left arm. You're pretty much stacking the right shoulder around the right hand. Lift up high, just like we did in Parsvottanasana. Go ahead, slowly swing back down, left hand and foot come back to the mat. You're in your down dog again. From here, inhale the left leg up. Exhale, draw it through to the top of your mat. Inhale, warrior one.
Flow into your warrior two. Belly's engaged. Left knee is open. Arms are strong. But the body is calm and still as you're holding the pose and breathing. Let your gaze extend forward, off in the distance, beyond the left fingertips. Left palm turns up, reverse your warrior. If you prefer, your hand can always go behind your back and reach into that front left hip crease. Flow back to your warrior two. Swing your right arm down and then bring it forward, up and back to your warrior one. From here, hands go back down to the mat. Step back into your plank and your chaturanga. Inhale to your cobra or up dog. And then exhale to your down dog. All right, we have an opportunity to flip our dog on this side. Body weight goes into the left hand and the left foot. Just start to open up to your right side, turning around, placing the right foot back down on the mat. Right arm goes up, and if you can, back, lift the hips, gaze goes towards the right hand. Breathing. Swing the right arm down, come back to your mat, and you're in your down dog. Taking another breath, and then on your next exhale, lightly hop or walk to Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise and reach up. Exhale, namaste. All right, we have one more round to go. And you'll notice the first salutation we did warrior one. Second salutation we did warrior two. Our third one we're going to add a warrior three. Here we go. It's going to be a variation of warrior three. All right, inhale up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale down, step back to plank or jump. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, up dog, seal. If you need to skip that part for any reason because of an injury, just meet us in our down dogs. And then from your down dog, inhale the right leg up. Exhale, draw it through. Big step. And once again, inhale, warrior one. By now you may be feeling way more kind of stable, but also more stretched out with your warrior ones, not quite so tight in different places. Transfer into your warrior two. Breathing, right palm turns up. Reverse your warrior. Still continuing with your breath. Flow back to your warrior two. Swing your left arm down, then forward, up, and back. Warrior one. From here, move into warrior one with namaste hands. Start to turn your left toes forward so you're in a runner's lunge. I'm going to just step back a little bit so my head's not out of camera shot. From here, keep this bend in the right knee. In fact, bend it a little bit more, maybe approaching 90 degrees. You're resting the lower belly on your right thigh. Draw your right hip back. Extend forward, opening the chest. Raise the left leg up. You're in warrior three with namaste hands. It's a bent knee warrior. Keep that left leg up, toes pointed down, gazes at the mat. Hands come to the mat. Big step back with your left leg. Right leg follows. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, let's take a brief rest in child's pose before we go to our other side. Let the heart rate and the breath slowly come down as you let go of any tightness in the back of the body here. Okay, rise back up from your child's pose. Make your way into your down dog. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, draw that left foot forward and through to the top of your mat. Inhale, warrior one. Move into your warrior two. Letting your gaze once again extend forward out beyond the left fingertips. Steady breath. Left palm turns up, reversing your warrior, keeping the bend in your left knee. Flow back to your warrior two. Right arm swings down, then forward, up and back, warrior one. Hands come to your heart in your warrior one. Turn these right toes forward. Start to put a deeper bend in the left knee, laying the lower belly down on that left thigh. Draw your left hip back. Plant firmly into that left foot. Maybe start with the right foot on the toes on the ground, but really get your chest at hip level. Then rise up slowly with the right leg. If this is hard to do, I'm going to give you another option too. You can always maybe take your hands out of namaste, but rest them on a block. And you're working on getting the right leg and the chest at the same level as you're here. So this is another option. Breathing.
Hands come to the mat. Step back really big. Move into your plank. Gaze is at the top of your mat. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Take in another breath. At the end of your next exhale, you're moving into Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale down. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, namaste. Okay. So what we're going to do now is take it back down to the mat. I'm going to show you some of my props that you can use. Today's pose is going to be double pigeon. Double pigeon is a deeper hip opener because it works both hips at the same time. One of the hips will be worked more than the other, and we'll be working the right hip first a little bit more deeply. So, some people though, if you're really tight in the hips or you have a knee injury or both knees injured, this might be a really uncomfortable pose or even hard to set up into. So I'm going to give you an option, a modification in a moment. If you want to try to set up into double pigeon and see if it's for you, give it a go. And if not, then as I said, I'll give you the alternative. We're going to start by, just take your legs out in front of you a little bit. You're going to bend your left knee. I'm flexing my left foot, and I'm not tucking my foot in close to my body. It's out and away. My shin is parallel with my mat, the side of my mat. Now pick up your right foot. Flex the foot and take this ankle bone. Rest it on top of your left knee. So both feet stay flexed. I like to push up and then release down. This pose can be made slightly more comfortable by sitting on a folded up blanket. It will raise the hips a little higher. Now, a couple things. You'll see there's some air space here between my knee and my foot. This is where you can either wedge a block, a blanket, or a pillow into the area until that kind of knee will slowly make its way down. Couple of things here. You want to keep both hips, both sides of your butt, firmly pushing down into the mat. We want to keep the feet also at the same level. The feet are at the same position as the knees. So we want it. It's often common. A lot of people will take this bottom foot and it gets tucked in underneath you, and they're not, the feet aren't anywhere at the same level. So it's kind of what I do to check is take my hands to the tops of my toes and I make a line across towards each other. And that lets me know, okay, my feet are in the same position. If you are set up into this, and you may look like this, you can't get this right side of your bottom down, or it's really uncomfortable for the knees and you're kind of hunched, I would not suggest staying in this pose. It's going to be too deep, or you could injure yourself. So the alternative, the modification if you want to, is take your left foot, draw it in, and just release the right foot out in front of you. We're not stacking foot on top of knees. We're just releasing out. This is not the same as half lotus or crisscross applesauce, as we call it, Sukhasana. The foot's out in front so that you can still get a nice hip stretch. Know that this is a great alternative. So whichever pose you are in, you're breathing. Say you can always pull the props away as you need to, or if you have a folded blanket, you can kind of unfold it a little bit and let you go deeper. All right, what we're going to do now is inhale up with our left arm. Palm is towards your head. Exhale,
lean over to your right. This is going to help push that right hip down. So we're adding other different stretches in along with our hip stretch. This time you're going to raise the right arm up, palm is towards your head. Exhale, lean over to your left. And then come back. Sit up nice and tall. Take in a breath, and then you'll exhale and twist to your right. Try not to lean back. You're keeping a tall and lifted spine. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, twist to your left. Slowly make your way back as you inhale. Sit up tall. Think of hinging forward from the hip crease. Exhale, chest is open, and extend forward. If this is uncomfortable, feel free to stay upright. Only go forward and down to whatever degree is okay with the hips and the knees. If you'd like, if you have a lot more movement, you can always reach forward. Try not to let too much roundness go in the back. We want to let kind of the fold happen in the hip crease rather than the shoulders. Slowly rise up. Hands come behind you. Gently unwrap your legs. They may be very stiff, so wait for the blood to flow back in. You can wiggle the toes, roll the ankles, and then when it feels good, add a little bit more movement or shaking. And then we'll move to our other side. If you want to do the modification, I'll show that first. You're going to draw in your right foot. Left foot goes out in front of you, just a mild bend in this left foot, and keep the foot flexed. You'll still be able to lean forward and get some nice stretch and move side to side. If you want to move into double pigeon, you're taking your right foot, flexing the foot, opening the knees some, placing that foot out in front of you. My shin is in line with the edge of my mat. Pick up your left foot, flexing it, place the left ankle bone on the right knee. Then from here, I like to push up, try and release both sides of the hip down at the mat at the same time. You may start with airspace, that's absolutely fine. Wedge something under there to give you a little bit more support. Check out the placement of your feet. The tops of your toes should meet in a line out in front of you. Push more firmly into the left hip and breathe. Elevate the spine. From here, you're going to inhale the right arm up, palm is towards your head. Exhale, lean over to your left. Trying to sink a little more weight into this left side. Slowly come back. This time you'll inhale the left arm up, palm is towards your head. Exhale, lean over to your right. And come back. Sit up tall, open the chest, inhaling. Exhale, twist to your right. Looking out beyond the right shoulder. Make your way back to center, inhaling again. Exhale and twist to your left. and then come back to center. From here, think about the hip crease, keep the chest open, the chin level. Maybe you're looking out in front of you a little bit more as you exhale and come forward. Slowly rise back up. Hands go behind your hips. Gently unwrap the legs. Let the blood flow back into the toes. Then roll around. Maybe shake. And from here, we're going to go back and lay down. Feel free to do any last movement before we move into Shavasana. So take a moment. Maybe you want to move into a happy baby. Maybe you just want to rock side to side. Or windshield wiper, back and forth with the knees, whatever feels good. Or lengthen out straight. I feel like kind of lengthening out straight from the double pigeons. After you've done your last bit of movement, we're going to be setting up for our Shavasana. Grab any props that you would like to place under your head, under your knees or your neck. Maybe an eye pillow or towel to block out the light. That's your choice. Whatever helps get you into a more comfortable and relaxed position. You're going to be spreading out the arms, palms are at your sides, turned up, but pulled away from the body, shoulders drawn down, legs come apart. As you relax and release, the toes may turn outwards more. If you prefer, hands can always rest on the belly. Feel the breath as it rises and falls. All right, let your eyes close. Shoulders draw down and back. Feel the shoulder blades flatten to the mat. You find a comfortable position for the lower back. And then settle in, commit to this position where you're letting the limbs go heavy and still. Let go of tightness in the top of the head, the scalp. And then down into the forehead. Let go of any tightness in the eyelids and beneath the eyes. The eyeballs are floating lightly. Maybe put some space between the teeth, the lips, to help fully release the jaw muscles. Let go down the neck, out to the shoulders, down the arms, and out through your fingertips. The fingers may have some curl. Focus in on the breath. It will start to lighten and slow down. Release the belly, the low back. Release into the hips and the butt, down your legs, to the ankles and out through your toes. This is time for you to let your body rest, relax, regenerate after your yoga practice. deepen the breath again as you hear the chimes. Wiggle the fingers and the toes, and then from here roll onto your right side. Start to deepen the breath more fully, helping to awaken the mind and the body for your day. From here, rise up into a comfortable seated position, drawing your hands together at your heart, chin down, and eyes closed. Thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. Thank you for sharing this yoga practice with me today. As always, the divine in me bows to the divine in you. Namaste. Once again, thank you everybody for today's class. Be well, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.